exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 4 now of the American League Championship Series between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Detroit Tigers.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 45 of our Detroit Tigers franchise mode. We are in game number 4 of the American League Championship Series. We've got Joe Ross on the mound tonight against Garrett Richards for the Angels. Just check out Joe Ross's numbers. Big game Joe. Let's go. Sub-1 whip with 14 strikeouts and no walks. Don't be confused, guys. This is his first start against the LA Angels. First start in the ALCS. And it couldn't have come at a better time as we are up 2-1 in the series. If the Tigers can get this win, we will go to 3-1, with the last game in Detroit being game number 5 for a chance at the World Series. So Danny Norris will take that game if the Tigers can win this one, for sure. Otherwise, we might have to juggle it around, because 2-2 series, that's a big pivotal series, and we don't want to go back to LA down 3-2, right? So probable pitcher might change depending on the outcome of this game. So, but that is the optimal situation, guys. A home game with Danny Norris on the mound, trying to send us to a World Series appearance. You guys saw Mike Trout, the AL MVP, so Joe Ross doing work, strikes him out. He's looking. We'll head down to the bottom of the first. We're facing off against Garrett Richards. Has pitched pretty well. Not too bad. 6 innings, 7 hits though, and no walks. So gives up a lot of hits. Yasiel Puig up, 2 strikes on him. He's going to get a fastball low, and he's going to just rip this thing into left center field gap. Mike Trout cuts this thing off, but Puig, being aggressive, slides into second base. Sets up a great situation here for JD Martinez in that number 3 hole for a runner in scoring position. That's what we wanted. That's what we need against Garrett Richards, who's got a very, very fast fastball. His breaking stuff is pretty darn good as well. But JD gets a fastball here, and he's going to send a fly ball out to Mike Trout, who was playing a little bit shallow on JD, so that was kind of interesting that he was out there that shallow. JD had been hot all postseason long, and he hit a ton of home runs in the regular season, so kind of weird that he was playing that shallow, though. Maybe he knows he can go back on some balls if they're hit over his head. Randall Grichuk up now, trying to get that run in, and he strikes out, which Grichuk has been doing a lot of lately in this postseason. He's kind of all-or-nothing swinger, so that happens. Nick Castellanos, former Tiger, was traded by this Tigers team to the LA Angels last season because of his defensive issues. He hits it to his replacement there. You guys saw that, to Alex Bregman, and it just took a bad hop. On otherwise a very, very slick defensive player for Detroit. But no harm, no foul. The Angels don't get anything going here. Next up, we got Valbuena in the bottom of the second inning. He's going to send a fly ball out there into the gap, into right center field, and he's going to be in there with a stand-up double. Michael Taylor up next. He's been just scolding hot. It's going to send a long fly ball, and it's looking like it's going to be a home run, but you did not hear the boosh. So it's not a home run, but we thought Mike Trout was going to catch this ball, but it ended up going off the wall. Valbuena was tagging on that play. Michael Taylor comes through with an RBI triple. Look at that. He got under it. He got so under it, and it still hit off the base of the wall for a triple. If he got any more, a little bit more of a line drive swing on that, that would have been probably out of the ballpark, literally out of the ballpark. Next up, James McCann's going to send a hard line drive back up the middle past Garrett Richards for another RBI. So James McCann has been pretty hot so far in the postseason. That's a good thing for him. We need that kind of production at the very bottom of the order, and McCann has been delivering. So he scores Michael Taylor. Tigers are out now up 2-0. Josh Rutledge comes up with a 2-2 count, and uncharacteristically, he's going to swing at a ball out of the zone. Probably got a little too amped up with this early 2-0 lead, and he strikes out. So Bregman comes up. He's also going to go up the middle, but there is Simmons, who makes a great defensive play to shut the Tigers down in that inning. Let's go to the top of the third. Puig lets the ball drop, and Ramon Flores, Carlos Perez is in for a triple. When you guys hear me not talk, it's literally out of sheer amazement. Look at that play. Just dropped. Good job, Puig. That's why we're paying you millions of dollars. You might get traded, son. No, I'm just kidding. He's been pretty good. Ben Revere flies out to Michael Taylor. You guys see this going on here, and he's going to tag up Carlos Perez. That's the catcher, mind you. Just thought I'd mention that. He's the catcher. Tags up, scores, who had the triple. Ramon Flores is up now. He's going to strike out. So Ross, aside from the defensive error out in right field, that was a pretty good inning, especially considering to get those top guys out. We don't want to face off against Mike Trout. Let's go to the next inning. And Mike Trout had a leadoff double in the next inning, and then Cole Calhoun is up now. CJ Cronin up getting that fly ball out to Michael Taylor. Cole Calhoun comes up and sends a single past Josh Rutledge. So now the game is tied 2-2. Nick Castellanos comes up, and he's going to swing and a miss. So strikeout for Joe Ross. 2 down still. Yunel Escobar, ground ball to Alex Bregman, and the inning is over. So aside from the defensive error from Puig, he's been pitching pretty well. That inning, he gave up some hits, but that's to be expected given the batting order that he was pitching against. Cole Calhoun, CJ Cron, Mike Trout, you name it. That's the Angels' motor. Those are the X Factor guys. We got to get those guys out if the Tigers are thinking about winning this game. Eduardo Nunez up. He's going to send a single back up the middle. We are going to score Josh Rutledge. The Tigers are now up 3-2. So good job, Nunez. He needed that one. Needed to bust out of that slump that he had been in. Puig going to swing at a ball that's inside. Really inside. He was lucky to even get the bat on it. And he's going to pop out to Nick Castellanos. Next inning, Ramon Flores up. It's going to send a little looper out there. Michael Taylor unable to make the catch. That should have probably been Eduardo Nunez's ball. Mike Trout comes up, and he's going to go boosh. A 2-run home run. That is not a joke. That is a big fly, big shot, long drive, you name it. The big behemoth, whatever you want to call it, that was a huge home run. The AL MVP finally is awake for the Angels offense. They've needed that kind of run production. He's going to hit a 432-foot home run. CJ Cronin up grounding out. Cole Calhoun going to strike out. That's now 2 outs on this inning. So good job by battling back by Ross. Even though he gave up the lead, he's still fighting out there. And Nick Castellanos is going to send what looks like it's going to be a hit, but Puig makes a good defensive play out there in right field. Let's go to the next inning. Ramon Flores does his best to get this double play ball going, but he's just going to get the one. Valbuena is out at first. So good job, Valbuena, at least to put the ball in play. And Michael Taylor's been hot, comes up. He's going to set a ground ball back up the middle, and we're going to score. We are going to score Randall Grichuk. Great job, Michael Taylor, just producing those runs. The game is now tied. This is a late inning surge for Tigers offense. Good defense there by Eduardo Nunez as well to steal that base hit. Here's Carlos Perez again. Is he going to get another triple? He sends a ball out to Puig. Is he going to make a catch? Yes, he is. Inning is over. Game is still tied. Look at those hits. 8 hits, 4 runs. Got to score these guys. Got to get some things going on offense. It's getting too late in the game to be tied. But like we said in the preview of this ALCS, guys, the Angels pitching staff has been really good, but their bullpen is not so good. Check this out. Bregman sends a ball up the middle, and Simmons is going to make a great play. That sets up Eduardo Nunez, the runner on third, and he's going to send a little weak ground ball. Might as well just bunted. Probably would have been more effective to Castellanos. Still a runner on third. And Puig is going to send a hard ground ball up the middle. The run will score. It's now 5-4 Tigers. Rutledge scores. You saw that play. He checked his swing too. Rutledge checked his swing. I forgot to mention that. And the umpire gave him the free pass. So Tigers caught a little bit of a break there. I would argue that they caught a little bit of a break. Joe Ross has a lead now. He's still out there. It's the top of the 8th. Going to get a fly ball out there to Puig. Mike Trout. That's a big out there. The inning is over. So, guys, 8th inning is done. Tigers are leading 5-4. And the Angels are going to head to the bottom of the 8th with Jose Alvarez, former Detroit Tiger. And Simmons is going to dive for this ball, but this is exactly what Randall Grichuk needed to bust out of his slump, as Simmons is unable to make the throw. Couldn't get up in time, lost the ball. Michael Taylor's 2 for 3 at this point, and he's going to send a ball hard into that right center field gap again. He loves that gap, and he's going to score Randall Grichuk, and he's digging for third. Nope, he's going to stop. So great job by Michael Taylor. He's just been producing all these runs for the Tigers offense in this game. This guy has been insane. He was really, really hot for us in the 2017 spring and the 2018 spring, but during the seasons, he's not been able to do too much, and he comes through here in the postseason. So he's a early starter, and he's a late starter. In the middle, not a whole lot of production, so it's interesting. James McCann stays hot himself, sends a ground ball up there. Michael Taylor will score. It's now 7-4, guys, and Alex Bregman comes up, and he's going to get in on the hit parade. He's going to send a fly ball line drive out there to the right field line, and he's going to come in there with a double. McCann goes to third. And now we're going to see Blaine Hardy, former Tiger yet again. So the Tigers bullpen, the ex-Tigers bullpen, is coming in and giving up a ton of runs. What do you know? The same storyline, right? And Nunez is going to try to pick himself up, and he's going to get a two RBI single. It is now 9-4 Tigers, a 5-run lead. This thing is all but over. Yasiel Puig strikes out, and we are going to the top of the 9th. We're going to try to get Alex Wilson some work in. He has only been involved in 2 games in this postseason. Pitched okay, pitched pretty well, but he'd been in kind of cleanup duty. That's what it really was against the Red Sox. And he's going to get an easy out there. Cole Calhoun comes up, but, yep, it was bound to happen at some point. Home run, solo shot for Cole Calhoun. But no harm, no foul, right? It's 9-5 at this point. Still a 4-run lead. We've got some outs to play with a little bit. Try to get this guy, Alex Wilson, right. Gotta get him right. We may need him in the World Series, for sure. But Nick Castellanos comes up, and he's going to send a long fly ball out there to right center field gap for a double. So now it's starting to get a little bit antsy with Alex Wilson. Escobar is a favorable matchup for Alex Wilson, and he's going to do the same thing. Line drive to right center field, in with a double, but an RBI will score this time. So Alex Wilson comes on in with rest, with a lot of stamina, and he's just not able to be very effective. So Dave Hudgens decides to go with Bruce Rondon, the closer. He's going to get an easy out here to center field. Michael Taylor comes on in, makes the play, makes a strong throw to third, just in case that runner was trying to be aggressive here. Next batter Rondon, 2 outs, ground ball to Alex Bregman. And the game is over, guys. Joe Ross pitches a gem. The Tigers get this win. We are now up 3-1. We're staying in Detroit. Danny Norris will take the ball for game number 5. Let's get this W, guys. Let's do this thing. Are you hyped yet? If so, leave a like. Guys, one more win. One more win till a World Series appearance. This is what we've been working for. This is what we've been watching for. This is what we've been commenting and liking and subbing and whatever. This is what we've been doing. This is what we've been waiting for as Tigers fans. It's finally here. Let's do this thing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Leave a like if you are hyped about a World Series appearance and this Tigers W. And if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you hit that red subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Go Tigers. Peace.